start the meeting at 5 o'clock. We will have the Pledge of Allegiance. Can we have Mr. Rashan give us a Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, we have the roll call vote. Mr. Cox?
Mr. Ambrose.
Present.
Ms. Abney Mitchell. Excused.
Excused?
Dr. Weaver.
I am here.
Ms. May.
Present.
Cox, present. Mr. Roshan.
Present.
President Hines.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Next, we have the recognitions and presentations, implementation and success of ELA, math curriculum, and adoption for elementary. Dr. Jefferson?
Yes, so I will go through this, sorry. I will go through this fairly quickly because I did a little bit deeper dive with our Student Achievement Committee. And so if there's further questions, I can answer them. But this was a great question actually asked by Mr. Ambrose, just trying to determine if the purchases that we have made, some large purchases in curriculum over the last few years, are doing their job, or if we're kind of getting the most bang for our buck. So that was the point behind the presentation. So what the presentation includes is basically what is the evidence that we're looking at, whether the curriculums and their implementation are working. What does best practice say, the evidence, how long it will take, and then I wanted to give credit to some important stakeholders, and then we have some data based on ELA and math, mostly NWEA or MAP at this point, but I will come back and give some more information once we have MSTEP scores late September, and give some more information. And I believe you've seen this before. This is just sort of showing this. We used this before when Ms. May asked about when we maybe would see some results in MSTEP on language arts and our reading proficiencies. So this isn't brand new, but it does show kind of the longitudinal timeline it takes to show results based on a new curriculum or an implementation of different strategies. This just shows that this really, I give so much credit to the teachers. We had obviously central office leadership on it, classroom teachers, instructional coaches, and principals. The principals have done a really nice job with the walkthroughs, non-evaluatory, walking through, just doing drop-ins to make sure that the curriculum is being used. And then the star is kind of where things can be assumed that full implementation of something is in. We, with ELA specifically, needed to kind of crawl before we walk. So you can see there was in 23, 24 small parts implemented, and I think this was a circumstance of better to go kind of slow, kind of more of a marathon than a sprint, because they needed to have some groundwork and some skills put in place. So full implementation would be considered this year, and then when we would maybe really start to see, but we can already see growth, and I'll show you that, but looking at something long-term like third grade MSTEP might be a little bit further out. So this is just showing the ELA evidence of that the letters, the really great reading, bookworms, and I know you guys have been getting updates on these regularly, at least in the last few years. And it started by showing just small wins, like when students would have letter recognition or sound recognition. So in these, and I won't spend a ton of time here as much as I did with the committee, but anything green is growing is good, and you want your red shrinking. So that's, you know, basically what you're looking for is you're looking for those spots of growth and targets met to be growing, and the areas where they're unmet to be shrinking. And we do see that especially in the most recent 25-26 spring, and so that's encouraging. I recognize that we still need to pay very close attention to that 41%. We don't, we don't want that to linger at that percentage. We just need to continually show it going in the right direction. This was, again, some NWEA English K through 5 results. And again, over the years, you're looking for that green number to get larger, the red number to get smaller, and it is trending in the right direction. Math's a little bit different, so this year we can expect a full implementation of the math. One of my best memories so far was when I was walking around the elementaries when I first got here with Kate Brohl, and a teacher literally ran out of her room and said, I just wanted to thank you. I was skeptical, but I love the math. And the principals like seeing the consistency with the math. K-5, it allows them a lot of good collegial conversations when the principals are together because everybody's on the same page. I know that was an expensive initiative, but we are already seeing returns on that math curriculum, K-5, for sure. And we just launched it last year and now in full swing this year. So we do have 100% of classroom teachers implementing iReady math curriculum, and that is based on those drop-ins when principals drop into the room and are doing those kind of pop-in visits just to check for fidelity. They're seeing it used everywhere. And then we had the professional learning 3 times throughout last year, and then we also have those common benchmark assessments, which was a district goal. Those are fully developed and in DNA, and teachers began giving those common benchmark assessments last year. In terms of next steps, we're going to continue the professional development with iReady. We have the reps from iReady that work with us, and we also have instructional coaches and the grade level teams. All classroom teachers will administer all the common benchmark assessments for their grade level this coming year. Last year, it was a work in progress. That was a goal that began so they were just getting them in at the end and had given one, but we're ready to roll with all of them this year. And then again, similar concept here. You want your green to be growing, your red to be getting smaller, and everything is going in the right direction. The green is the students who have met the projected growth targets based on NWEA, and I am really looking forward to having our M-STEP data preliminary when we can see some things in the secure site, and those preliminary numbers look good to me, but it's not out yet. So I'm hoping, and typically M-STEP will mirror NWEA growth, so I think we're going in the right direction. Again, you're looking at data that would suggest that our not only the implementation, but that the resource is working. And this one is a smaller, really tiny snapshot because we just finished those common benchmark assessments, but this is the Unit 3 iReady math, and you can see everybody gave it, and then your percentages there. One thing we're going to look at to see if the trend continues is why is kindergarten doing so much better. I could guess maybe because they're not used to anything different. There's lots of room to grow. We have a kindergarten aide in the classroom, so the ratios are better. I'm not sure. We'll have to look at those for more tests and over a longer period of time to make those type of things. And so I'm really glad I got to go through this exercise, so thank you for the question. And all indications are that the K-5 math and ELA resources, curriculum, and implementation are working, and we'll do a similar deep dive into high school math once we get another year under our belt, and then moving forward with the middle school with the stuff we just purchased. Any questions for me?
Thank you. Any questions from any board members? I'd just like to make a comment.
Sure.
I'd like to applaud you for all the good work you guys have been doing, and you are right. When we were in the meeting earlier with the student achievement, we were asking why the numbers were down, and you're right. Sometimes people don't understand to learn new things. It can be more trickier. So like you're saying, having it brand new to the kindergartners and this fresh eyes, not having to change things, that is a nice cohort. So thank you for all your hard work with that.
Yes, and the teachers get most of the credit on this. They've had to do the tough work, and the principals, so I give them a lot of credit for implementing it.
Thank you. Any other questions from any board members? Okay, next, we're gonna go to citizens' comments. The board values public participation and welcomes input from our members of the community to ensure everyone has a fair opportunity to be heard so that the board business can be conducted efficiently and respectfully. We ask that all speakers direct their comments to the board. Speakers will be recognized by the board secretary and asked to identify themselves before speaking. Each speaker will be limited to 3 minutes. Unused time may not be shared, transferred, or gifted to another speaker. Board members generally will not respond to questions or comments during the public participation. Matters requiring follow-up will be referred to the superintendent for review and consideration. We ask that all speakers in the audience and members conduct themselves respectfully and courteously. Personal attacks disrupt this behavior and demonstrates of approval or disapproval are not permitted so that all participants may be heard and the meeting may proceed in an orderly manner. Thank you for your cooperation and participating in tonight's meeting. Do we have any agenda item?
There's been no requests at this time.
Okay, thank you. Next, we're gonna go to the consent agenda. Can I have a motion to support or approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Support.
Roll call vote?
Cox, yes. Mr. Rochon.
Yes.
Ms. May.
Yes.
Dr. Weaver.
Yes.
Mr. Ambrose.
Yes.
Ms. Hines.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next, we have the Board of Education Committee reports. We have the Student Achievement Committee report, Mr. Rochon.
Yes. Good evening, President and board members, superintendent and staff and community members. Student Achievement Committee meeting was on Wednesday, August 5th at 5 o'clock. Attendance was me, Ms. May, Mr. President Hines, and Dr. Jefferson, Dr. Koss, and Kim Markey. We started the meeting at 5:01. As was just stated, Dr. Jefferson presented on kindergarten through 5th grade curriculum updates. She will be presenting presenting to the committee again after the M-STEP data is available and in January, February time. The board members were given the opportunity to ask questions and go into more details on the curriculum and the updates and shared feedback. At that time, there was no citizen comments, and Dr. Koss shared that she appreciated Dr. Jefferson for putting the presentation together, as we all did, and we thanked everyone. President Hines thanked everyone for sharing communication regarding the sinking fund results, and the rest of the board had no comments. We also congratulated the district on the sinking fund results, and we also acknowledged a student, Kyle Johnson, who he's a 5th grader that published a book, and we talked about how we want to invite him to have a few comments at a future meeting. And we concluded the meeting at 5:37.
Thank you. Next report is the Finance and Facility Committee report. Mr. Ambrose?
The Finance Facility Committee meeting was held on Thursday, August 6th at 5:30 with the following in attendance. Ms. Claire, Dr. Kost, Ms. Polachevich, Mr. Beebe, Ms. Ostrander, and myself. Ms. Abney Mitchell and Mr. Cox were excused. We first heard from Ms. Polachevich, where she presented a program for Taft Elementary School called Playworks Learning Through Play program. The core objectives of this program are promoting inclusion and physical activity, building social emotional skills, and improving the school culture. This has been approved by the Michigan Department of Education because it would come from Title I funds, and the cost would be $80,000. She then brought to us that there has been such positive feedback to our Capturing Kids' Hearts training that the district needs to add an additional training session. She is requesting an additional $51,000 to be approved and charged to our 31 2A funds. We then heard from Mr. Beebe. He came to us for some technology upgrades. The first would be for our computer gaming lab in Career Technical Center. It's to purchase 30 MSI gaming computers, and the purchase of this would not exceed $88,745 and would be charged to our sinking fund. The second technology upgrade is the approval to purchase 30 Dell Pro Staff laptops for the EIS program. The total cost of this purchase would not exceed $44,790 and would be charged to the Act 18 fund. We then heard from Ms. Claire, who went over the state aid and the state school update reports. We went over the check register. The district spent just over $4.8 million across all our funds for the month of July. We then reviewed our investment reports. We had no citizen comments, and then we had brief comments from Dr. Cost and myself, and the meeting was adjourned at 5:48 p.m.
Thank you, Mr. Umbras. Now we have the Policy and Procedure Committee. Dr. Weaver?
Thank you, Madam President. First of all, I'd like to thank the committee members for their hard work this year, and I want them to know it was appreciated. Dr. Weaver welcomed the committee at 3:30 p.m. Secondly, the board travel and conference board operating procedure. We have a draft for final review, and I want to share that with the public tonight. We have talked in terms of looking at board travel and how that works into the education of the board members. So we are looking at a change in that, and I believe that's coming to the board tonight. Not sure, but we want to look at allocation allowances must be spent either with Michigan Association of School Boards or the National School Board Association, and or any conference that is educationally based. Secondly, that each board member will have an amount not to exceed $3,000 per annum available to them each year, commensurate with the school calendar, July 1st through June 30th. If a board member exhausts their individual allocation, the board member will be expected to pay any residual amounts. And then the last thing, should a board member not utilize their allocation during the school year calendar, the allocation will remain in the general fund and not carry over into the next year. So that is that. Forgive me, I left my glasses at home, so I'm trying really hard. Oh my. Oh. Do I look cool or what? Hey, I got it. The third thing is administrative regulation 5001/AR, budget planning and adoption. Dr. Koss shared that this change would align the administrative regulations with the board policy on the required percentage balances. The committee members agreed on the language changes. These changes will be presented right now, actually. We have had in our administrative regulations in a time of difficulty, financial difficulty for our district, that the fund balance amount be within 5 to 10%. We're now amending that to say that the administration will keep our fund balance at 10 to 15%. Instead of 5 to 10, it'd be 10 to 15. That is that. Board operating procedures, board trustee participation in discussion. We are looking at and discussing the state law concerning the majority of the board members present. That is currently against state law, but laws can be amended. So we're looking at that. There were no citizens' comments. Dr. Koss thanked the committee members for their contributions. Ms. Hines shared the following comments, congratulated the district on passing the sinking fund, and that she is looking forward to a good year, increasing enrollment, and being able to get out into the community. Mr. Roshan shared that he is excited for the upcoming school year and believes that we are moving in the right direction and looks forward to getting things done this year. Dr. Weaver just shared with this committee that he was very happy that we accomplished a lot of work today. Adjournment from Dr. Weaver was at 3:53 p.m. Want your glasses?
Thank you. Yes, please. Okay, next we have review and approval of business service item and finance. Recommendation to approve the purchase of additional Capturing Kids Hearts professional development. Dr. Jefferson, can I have a motion to support or approve the item? A? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Thank you. So as presented at Finance, I am requesting that the board approve the purchase of additional Capturing Kids Hearts professional development training at a cost not to exceed $51,000. The additional training sessions are being requested in response to staff expressing interest in the training. The additional cost of the training will not exceed $51,000, and we are covering that out of Title II and 31 AA grant funds as approved by the MDE.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to support and approve item A?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion?
I have a question, if possible.
Yes,
Thank you.
Ms. May?
Dr. Jefferson, is this for additional training over and beyond or additional staff members to be trained?
That's a great question. It is not additional training. It was maybe an underestimation on my part of how many staff would that are ancillary out there. I can give you a good example. Principals, for example, wanted, especially after they went through the leadership training, like they're building subs there, and that makes perfect sense. If we're going to have an initiative, the subs that are in the building regularly, they should be trained. We have school-based clinicians now, so it's those additional staff, cafeteria that we want to include, the folks that are in the cafeteria and everybody that we can afford to include this year, and then we'll continue that on. But so it is not different training, it's just adding more sessions, because those sessions are capped at 50. They give us a little bit of buffer, but we were well beyond that, so we needed to add 2 more sessions.
Awesome, thank you.
Any other questions? Roll call vote?
Dr. Weaver?
Yes.
Cox, yes. Mr. Ambrose?
Yes.
Mr. Rochon?
Yes.
Ms. May?
Yes.
President Hines?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next is recommendation to approve the purchase of Playworks Learning Through Play program. Dr. Jefferson?
Yes, as presented at the August Finance Committee, I'm requesting board approval for the purchase of Playworks Learning Through Play program at Taft Elementary School. Playworks is a national nonprofit organization dedicated to leveraging the power of safe, inclusive, and active play to support children's physical, social, and emotional development. I recommend that the Board of Education approve the purchase of Playworks for $80,000. The Playworks contract will be funded through Taft Galway's Title I funds. Thank you for that consideration.
Move approval.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to support and approve item B?
Support.
So we have Cox and in support with Ms. May. Any discussion? Roll call vote?
Ms. May?
Yes.
Mr. Ambrose?
Yes.
Mr. Rochon?
Yes.
Cox is yes. Dr. Weaver?
Yes.
President Hines?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next is a recommendation to approve the purchase of 30 Dell Pro 14 Plus staff laptops. Dr. O'Feely?
Thank you. As presented by Daryl Beebe, Executive Director of Technology and Innovation, at the August 6, 2026 Finance Committee meeting, the district is requesting approval to purchase 30 Dell Pro 14 Plus 2-in-1 staff laptops for the EIS program. These laptops will provide EIS staff with reliable, modern technology that supports instruction, collaboration, and daily operational needs while ensuring consistent performance and protection throughout their life cycle. I recommend that the Board of Education approve the purchase in the amount of $44,790. This purchase will be funded through Act 18 funds. Thank you for your consideration.
Yes. Can I have a motion to support and approve item C?
So moved.
Support.
Mr. Ambrose and Cox. Any discussion? Roll call vote?
Mr. Rochon?
Yes.
Ms. May?
Yes.
Mr. Ambrose?
Yes.
Dr. Weaver?
Yes.
Cox is yes. President Hines?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next, we have the recommendation to approve the purchase of 30 replacement MSI gaming computers at William D. Ford Career Technical Center. Dr. O'Feely?
As presented by Daryl Beebe, Executive Director of Technology and Innovation, at the August 6, 2026 Finance Committee meeting, the district is requesting approval to purchase 30 MSI gaming computers with the Ryzen 99900XB processor and 32 gigabytes of memory for the Software Engineering and Game Design Computer Lab. The upgraded devices are essential to support the program's advanced software and performance needs. I recommend that the Board of Education approve the purchase in the amount of $88,745. This purchase will be funded through the sinking fund. Thank you for your consideration.
Move approval.
Support.
Thank you. And
Question.
discussion. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Could I get more information on this? What is meant by gaming? When you say gaming, I'm thinking games. So is that correct?
I'll let Mr. Beebe speak to that.
Good evening to the Board of Education, and a great question. So when you think about game design, you think about animation. It's funny because when I first started in education, my job was a computer animation teacher. So in order to create these different animations, and when you think about gaming now with the high-level graphics, high-level design, your computer is going to have more memory, and it's going to have to have more speed to make those animations take place. So if we animated something, let's say if it was stick people or whatever, it's not going to take as much. But if we're animating figures and different types of games where even it might have action and cars and figures moving of that nature, it takes more memory. It takes more to make that happen and to make that take place. And so the group that's over at William D. Ford are really far advanced, and thus that's why they need the level of computer and basically the equipment that they need to make it do what it can do at the highest level.
Okay, so Atari's out.
I think Yep, Commodore 64 is also loud.
Okay.
What about in television? I don't know about that.
You gonna wait back.
Thank you for the explanation.
Any other questions? Roll call vote?
Mr. Ambrose,
Yes.
Miss May,
Yes.
Mr. Rochon,
Yes.
Cox is yes. Dr. Weaver,
Yes.
President Hines,
Yes.
you're all over. Motion passes.
Thank
I'm a
you.
little surprised that Dr. Weaver didn't know what a Ryzen 99900X was. Thought everybody knew what that was.
Next,
I'm
we
not
have-
even going to respond, Mr. Cox.
Next, we have review and approval of human resource items. Recommendation to approve the amended board operating policy, 3.6 procedure for board travel and training opportunities. Dr. O'Feely?
As discussed at previous board meetings and agreed upon on the August Policy Committee meeting, I'm requesting board approval to accept the update to the board operating procedure 3.6, procedures for the board travel and training opportunities as outlined. I respectfully request your approval of these updates. Thank you for your consideration.
Can I have a motion to support item
So
A?
moved.
Dr. Weaver, any support?
Support.
Mr. Rashawn, any discussion? Roll call vote.
Dr. Weaver,
Yes.
Cox is yes. Mr. Ambrose,
Yes.
Miss May,
Yes.
Mr. Rochon,
Yes.
President Hines.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Next is a recommendation to approve amended administrative regulation 5001AR, budget planning and adoption. Dr. O'Feely?
As discussed and agreed upon on the August Policy Committee meeting, I'm requesting board approval to accept the update to the Administrative Regulations 5001 AR Budget Planning and Adoption. This will align our administrative regulations with our current policy, which reads, the fund balance must be maintained at 10 to 15% of the district general fund. I respectfully request your approval of these updates. Thank you for your consideration.
Can I have a motion to support and approve item B?
So moved.
Support.
Roll call vote. I'm sorry, discussion? Sorry, discussion? Any discussion? Okay, roll call vote.
Mr. Rochon,
I need you to repeat that, the motion again.
Yes. Can I have a motion to support and approve item B? And that is the recommendation to approve and amend administrative regulation 5001 AR budget planning and adoption.
Support.
is that a yes vote, Mr. Rochon?
Yes.
Miss May,
Yes.
Mr. Ambrose,
Yes.
Dr. Weaver,
Yes.
Cox is yes. President Hines.
Yes.
Motion passes.
And then next, it looks like we have, as a human resources, Kate Hodgkin,
Hagan,
Hagan, I'm sorry, Hagan, for the Stevenson Assistant Principal. Dr. O'Feely?
Do you want to state that we are going to take this off, table this
yes.
for now?
Okay, yes. So, item C, we're going to recommend that we remove this item to approve and amend the board operating procedure 1.4, board trustee participation in discussion, debate, and voting. Dr. O'Feely? So we're gonna,
We got some information late, right before the meeting, so I think we need to take it back to policy. So the recommendation is to table it for now and bring it back at a future meeting.
Okay.
Recommend tabling.
yes, recommend tabling.
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? No? Roll call vote?
Dr. Weaver,
Yes.
Cox is yes. Mr. Ambrose,
Yes.
Mr. Rochon,
Yes.
Miss May.
Yes, I guess. I already know what's going on.
We've decided to table and.
I know we're tabling it. I just don't know why. Like, I heard you got some more information, but it's fine.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it's kind of like a blind vote at this point, but it's fine.
President Hines,
Yes.
motion passes.
May I share to Miss May why we're doing this?
Yes. Thank you.
The idea was shared that maybe we could, for example, if we had four board members show up, that we could actually do business with that, or 3 board members even. but that is against state law, so we're looking into changing the law.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. My money's with Ms. May.
Thank you for bringing me up to speed.
Thanks. Next, we're in section D, the Stevenson Assistant Principal, Dr. O'Feely.
All right, it's my pleasure to recommend to the Board of Education that Ms. Kate Hagan become the next assistant principal at Stevenson Middle School. Ms. Hagan comes to us with a Bachelor's of Science from Madonna University in Merchandising Management, a Master's of Arts from Michigan State University in Apparel and Textiles, a Master's of Education in Elementary Education from Montana State University, and she's currently in pursuits of her doctorate in Educational Leadership from the University of Montana. She has a Professional Administrative Certificate, a Professional Education Certificate, and she currently is employed with us at Stevenson Middle School as a teacher since 2022. And I would like to recommend that Kate Hagan become the next assistant principal at Stevenson Middle School.
Can I have a motion to support and approve item D?
Move approval.
Support.
Discussion? Roll call vote.
Cox is yes. Mr. Rochon?
Yes.
Ms. May?
Yes.
Dr. Weaver?
Yes.
Mr. Ambrose?
Yes.
President Hines?
Yes.
Motion
Congratulations.
passes.
Hey, thank you. I'd like to thank the board. It's a little nerve-wracking to come in here and have to wait for you guys to yay or nay. But I appreciate it, and thank you to Dr. O'Feely, who I've talked to a number of times over the years on this. My family, I've got one kiddo who's here today who hypes me up when I need it, and I appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to working with Mr. K over at Stevenson. I think it's going to be a great year, so thank you very much.
Next, we have citizens' comments, non-agenda items. Do we have any requests for citizens' comments, non-agenda items?
Madam President, we have a request from Kyle Johnson, who is a Wayne Westline student, will be starting at Franklin this year. And Kyle has published a book regarding, would like to come and tell us about it.
Thank you.
All right, hello everyone.
Good evening.
I honestly don't know what to say, but I'm making. My mom is going over like everything about like autism and if your child is diagnosed with it. So it like describes everything that happens and what to do and not to do. So I just wanted to share that with everyone.
Awesome.
What's the name of the book? Yeah, what's the name of the book?
Kyle?
Hi, I'm Kyle's mom. So I did write a book. It's a parent guided journal for parents who have children on the spectrum. And Kyle was with me during that process while I was writing. He decided to do one and call it The Sibling. So this actually is the one that Kyle wrote from the perspective of a sibling who has from a sibling, someone on the spectrum. And so he thought this might be a good resource. There's a lot of kids in our community who are on the spectrum, and we have a lot of resources for those children, which we definitely should. I, of course, advocate for that, but also their siblings need a lot of support as well. They're going through big changes during that diagnosis process too. And so if they need a little extra hug, push, guidance, Kyle put a lot of work into publishing this book for them. Awesome.
Thank you.
The book is available on Amazon. It's from our nonprofit Parent Pathway to ABA, and that one is again called The Sibling.
You have a question, Dr. Weaver? No question? Okay. Any other citizens' comments?
I don't know, there might be one coming here.
Yeah, there is.
So I know I've missed a couple of meetings. I took the summer off. Anyways, So back in, I don't know, January, February, there was a whole cell phone policy thing that happened, and it was approved, and school starts next week, and I still haven't heard anything about said district-wide cell phone policy, or seen anything out in the dojos, or anything like that. So as an educator that has kids walking into my room in a week, I'm struggling to understand what the district cell phone policy is, so I'm just wondering if we, as educators, can get that information, or if that's going out to parents before kids walk into our rooms next week, so the parents understand what the cell phone policy is. So I know I was here back then, like it was gonna start right after second semester, or we should start it at second semester or whatever, so, but now it's August and I still haven't seen anything, so, thank you.
Dr. Weaver?
I just wanted to share with Ms. Gwen that the policy is that students may look at their phone during passing time and lunchtime only. So the cell phones are forbidden to be taken out during class time. If I got that right, everyone?
First of all, thank you for the question, and we recognize that this is coming out very last minute, but just wanting to make sure we're very thorough in the policy, and there's a lot of consistency, 6 through 12. I believe it's being looked over by the EA at this point, and kind of in Steve Kahn's court, and teachers, staff should get something very, very soon. The middle school principals have been working on it very hard in combination with the high school principals to make sure that there's some consistency there. And there's a policy, a plan, and procedures, and staff will certainly get it before parents, and we do recognize that this is coming very, very late.
President Harris?
Yes, Ms. May?
Just to clarify, so we have policy, but the EA is looking over the administrative guidelines. Is that correct?
How it will be implemented in the
Yeah,
buildings.
So that's the administrative.
Yes,
guidelines. Okay,
sorry.
I just
Yep.
wanted to clarify.
Yes,
so that-
policy's all set, the guidelines of how it will be implemented and what the responsibility of families and students and staff will be is forthcoming.
Thank you. Any other questions? Next, we have the superintendent report. Dr. Cost?
I know it has been stated here, but I just want to thank our community for their support in the language draft change of the sinking fund. The ability for us to be able to buy buses from those funds is going to be a huge boost to our classrooms, because more of the general fund then can be directed towards classroom supplies and needs and curriculum. So thank you to the community. I think it passed with 67% voting in favor, and that just was a very strong message to us that you trust us and support us, and we are very, very grateful. My last comment is that we are excited to welcome students back to school on the 25th. And in celebration of that, we have a welcome back fair tomorrow from 4 to 7 at John Glenn. It's for families and students of all ages. There are a lot of giveaways, resources, fun, and we'd love to see you there.
Thank you. Next, we have the review and recommendation of the Board of Education. Now, one quick question. Now, we have the designation of the delegates.
So we are looking for nominations of up to 4 that would go to MASB in the fall.
Okay. So, yeah, so we are doing the review and recommendations. We need 4 delegates to go to the MASB for the fall. A motion, well, actually, we need to nominate 4 delegates. So is there any nomination for any delegates?
I would like to.
Dr. Weaver?
Yes, I'm interested.
And Ms. May, and I would like to as well, Hines. And can we have a motion to approve the delegates?
May I ask
Yes, ma'am.
Just a clarifying question. So this is to go to the delegates assembly and to vote. Can we do, how many can vote? Is it 4 or is it 2?
2. And,
I think it's 4.
oh, it's, last year it was 2.
Size of the district.
It is 4.
Yeah.
4 can vote, and we can have 4 alternates, but with a 7-member board, we'll only have 3 alternates.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Can I have a motion to approve the 4 delegates?
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion? Roll call vote?
Dr. Weaver?
Yes.
Cox says yes. Mr. Ambrose?
Yes.
Ms. May?
Yes.
Mr. Rochon?
Yes.
President Hines?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Next is to nominate 3 alternates to the MSAB conference. Any other nominations? 3 more people? Mr. Ambrose?
Ms. Abney Mitchell?
Yes. And any other ones?
Yes, I'll go. I gotta keep an eye on Ms. Abney Mitchell.
Okay, Mr. Cox, can I have a motion to approve the alternates?
So moved.
Support.
Okay, roll call vote?
Dr. Weaver?
Yes.
Cox says yes. Mr. Ambrose?
Yes.
Ms. May?
Yes.
Mr. Rochon?
Yes.
President Hines?
Yes.
Motion passes.
So next we're doing the review of the board. Can we start with Ms. May?
Sure. So first of all, I'd like to say thank you to the community for supporting the Sinking Fund language change, as well as to Senator Camilleri for continuing to support the students in the district with the driver's ed training grant. Thank you to Kyle for coming out and sharing. It's exciting to hear from a young author, and I do appreciate you sharing a perspective that sometimes isn't taken into consideration. So thank you for that. I'd also like to extend congratulations to Mrs. Kate Hagan on her new appointment, and I absolutely love that we are promoting from within our district. I had the pleasure and opportunity to attend MASB Summer Institute in Kalamazoo. The keynote presentation was done by Dr. Paul Salah, so I'm sure that name sounds familiar to several people. He shared gems, well, for those of you that it doesn't sound familiar to, Dr. Paul Salah was an administrator in our district some time ago. He shared gems regarding leadership and how boards can move from good to great in governance leadership. One of the gems that he dropped was around humility plus will equals leadership. I thought that was really powerful. Another great takeaway for me in a CBA class that I took was just around the fact that when you are elected into this position, that is the community's way of demonstrating their trust in you. And so oftentimes when we sit at the table, when we have to make decisions, understanding how we were trusted to be placed in these seats. And so sometimes, that can get a little dicey when you have to coexist with other colleagues, but understanding your purpose and your why for sitting on the board. I'd just like to take a few minutes just to wish all of our students and our staff a wonderful and safe school year. I am excited for the first day of school. This is a different perspective for me for the first day of school. Not having a first day of school, so I get to breathe and really watch it unfold. So I am excited from this side of the table. I did. And with that, thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. Mr. Rashawn?
Good evening, everyone. I do want to take the moment to welcome all of our students and family and staff back for our upcoming school year. As I've said, I'll continue to say, I'm excited about the school year. I believe that we are moving in the right direction. I want to pause and just commend Kyle Johnson. I talked to Kyle at TAF, and it was during lunchtime at TAF, and he was telling me all that he does, and I'm just amazed at the students that we have in this district. He didn't share it, but he showed me a sheet of paper. I said, what's this? And he's like, some research I'm doing. I said, what is the research for? He's like, I'm trying to cure cancer. I'm like, what? What grade are you in? I'm in the 5th grade. I think I can do it. And the more research I find, I'm like, wow. So we have brilliant students here in our district. I would just want to implore and encourage parents to bring your children to our board meetings. We handle a lot of business here, but I love to hear perspectives of parents and students So we want to encourage our students and make sure we highlight our students. I would love for every board member, every board meeting, we have some words from students, not just, we wanted to encourage them and give them awards, but I would love to hear them in our public comment portion. So I just want to highlight Kyle and congratulate him on his book endeavors. Talking to him, I think he has a couple other book ideas and a couple other books that he's writing. At the, he's going to the 6th grade, I believe. I think that's just amazing. So I just want to highlight that. I'm excited about this year's school year, and let's get to work.
Thank you, Mr. Rashawn. Mr. Cox?
I also wanted to say, Kyle, you represented yourself wonderfully tonight on a very important topic. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if there's parents somewhere that are looking for a way to help their child understand what they're dealing with, and your book will help them. No doubt will help thousands of people, so great work and keep it up. I'm very proud of you. Also, we were notified by the 18th District Court that they're going to be holding the Constitution Day celebration Tuesday, September the 15th at Adams Middle School between 9 and 11. This is something the court does in cooperation with the district every year, and it will be taking place on the 15th. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ambrose?
First, I want to thank the people of our district, our voters, for approving our sinking fund ballot measure. As Dr. Cost says, it will be a big help to our general fund. One of the biggest expenses that we have that's recurring is the constant purchase of school buses so we can get our students to school safely. And so thank you for allowing us to put more of our general fund budget towards the classroom so we can help our teachers and give them the resources that they need. Kyle, you have a bright future ahead of you. Your curiosity and wanting to solve problems, we need more of that in this world. So thank you for being curious and trying to find solutions. And I hope everyone enjoys their last week before school starts. And I hope everyone enjoyed their summer vacation.
Dr. Weaver?
Thank you, Madam President. Kyle's already been said, but you are an amazing young man. I want to get a copy of this because I have a granddaughter that is on the spectrum, and I would like to and be curious about what you have to say. Also, congratulations to Kate Hagan going to Stevenson. And also I'd like to say, lastly, that I have really enjoyed this 5 o'clock meeting. And I'm not a fan of staying here till 10 o'clock on board members' nights, board nights. So I would like the policy committee to take this up and then eventually a board discussion for the following reasons. Teachers could continue on in their classrooms to get work done that they need to get done and then come to a meeting. Secondly, it helps our administrators who have worked hard all day to be able to come to this meeting early and do what we need to do. And then thirdly, I think the public usually gets off work 3, 4, maybe 5 o'clock. But even the public that gets off work at 5 o'clock, they could be here in time to talk about their issues. So I just wanted to bring this up and hopefully follow up with policy committee to see if this is a good enough thought to bring it to discussion for the board. And that concludes my comments.
Thank you. Well, I would like to congratulate Ms. Kate Hagan on being part of the Wayne Westland Community Schools family. We are happy to have you here. I'd like to thank all the people who worked really hard to get our sinking fund passed, the community and our staff, and definitely a lot of the officials that helped us out getting the word out in the community. Definitely appreciate that. I was able to go to, so Wayne Memorial High School had the all-class reunion. Kind of found at the last minute, it was really nice to kind of go and see like all the different classes come. We had like a picnic, had an after party. Kind of was like last minute. I found out about it Saturday, but I do want to do more with alumni relations. I was speaking to a few students. So for instance, I graduated from Saginaw Valley State University. I would love to be a mentor of any child that went to Wayne Westland Schools who goes to Saginaw Valley. You know, I have some resources at the school, but just having that mentor, especially like freshman year going into college, it's, you know, a little tough sometimes. And I really want to have stronger alumni relations with John Glenn, Wayne Memorial, the Innovative Academy, Career Tech. I think that's something that's really helpful to the students. So I think that would be something to look into. And I was able to go with Mr. Almers. We went to Wayne Memorial. They had their band camp. They game show was amazing. They did Super Mario Brothers, Tetris. So they put a lot of work into that performance. So that was really awesome to be able to see that. I'm really excited about our marketing department. They have been doing an amazing job when it comes to open enrollment, letting the people know in the community that we're, you know, enrolling in our career technical school, our innovation academy. We have Stoudemire GSRP program, great programs for young families, you know, at no cost to some programs, depending on what it is. But I'm really looking forward to this next school year, the positive, you know, with the students, the football games, basketball, just really just, you know, focusing on just getting back to the basics, just being positive, having a good year, successful. Last year, the students did an amazing job with the scholarships, so I definitely want to continue that and any type of resources they can have from us. So definitely tomorrow, like Dr. Cost said, they're having the backpack giveaway. It's nice to, you know, see the students return, and I'm just looking forward to a great year. And that's all I have to say. And all in favor of an adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, we adjourn at 5:57.